What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at all of the defenders in FC24 that are at least worth mentioning. We've got them in order, so we've got left backs to start with, then we go into right backs and into centre backs. And as always with the S+, the S, the A+A and B, S+ will be down for one per position. So for instance, we're allowed one left back, one right back and two centre backs as there is positions. To be honest, I probably could go 3 because of 5 backs, just in case you play that formation, and then we will kind of sporadically put them as they go down. So S would be a top tier, but maybe somebody who just misses out on that number 1 spot. Then the A+ would be good, but they could do with an upgrade. A is kind of getting into your bog standard, and B is just why are you here. So if we kick it off, we have got the left backs. So we have got a fair few to get through. We have got the best of the best. There has been a decent amount, to be honest, in SBCs, in just generic teams. We obviously have our team of the year. We have 2 of them in Sakina and also into Theo Hernandez. Havertz is there, Ashley Cole, and Lizarazu. So in terms of left backs, these are phenomenal. All of them have their own right in every category, to be honest. I would say if I was looking at one of the ones that has surprised me the most, is got to be this man right here. Lodi, 88 rated. He has finished now. The FC tournament is done. So there is no more upgrades for him. I can't remember. I believe there was a French player that got all the way. I'm pretty sure anyway. But in terms of kind of what we're looking at in left backs, it is down to pricing, how good they are, and all of the above of how obtainable they are. So someone like a Roberto Carlos, 1,000,000 coins, a decent card. Definitely put him in a top category. I wouldn't personally say he's number 1. The only chance he gets number 1 in any time soon is with a huge upgrade. And as you can imagine, the number 1 spot really is going to either Theo or Sakina. Them two together are just absolutely nuts. The level that they are in terms of team of the years is just miles above the rest. Theo has got himself a quick step and jockey, and Sakina, she has got whipped pass and block. Very nice. A 4-star between the pair of them. I think personally, just going off what I know from both of these cards, we've pretty much got every loan of team of the year, so we've had multiple games with literally the whole team. I personally preferred Theo. I can see the difference in terms of what Sakina can bring as well. She is absolutely brilliant, and both of them are astronomically expensive. You've got 5.6 for Theo, and you've got 2.2 for Sakina. Both of them are absolutely number 1 in my eyes, but if you've got to pick one, it would be Theo. Now, if we go into the S category, I feel like you've obviously got the ones everybody talks about. You've obviously got Furlan Mendy, you've got the 2 SBCs in Havertz and Baka, and you've got Alphonso Davies. Yes, SBC-wise, Davies for me is not my number 1. I think the price is a little bit expensive, but in terms of ability, if you could just pick him, then naturally he's got to be up there. Ashley Cole for me is not a number 1. I'm just not a fan, to be honest. I think he is a little bit underwhelming from my experience playing with him. I know a lot of people really like the card. I just personally don't. I don't think he's really in that material. Lizarazu, I'll probably go into an A+ as well. I think Olga definitely goes in there. McCabe, I'd say more of an A. Bompasta would go A+. We've then got Zinchenko, I'd probably keep there. I'd actually go with Lodi. Oh, I would. I'm thinking with Lodi, he's in that middle. I feel like A+ is probably about right. He's a 4-star, 3-star. I'm gonna go 1 under. I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna put him at the top of the A+. I feel like it'd be something along them lines in terms of rating. Emerson has a chance to go up as well because he is a road to the final. They have still, well, they've only just been out, so they have got the ability to go up. But for him, I feel like it would be an absolute ask to be able to go into that 90 rated and win the Europa, and it is a long time away. But he does have whipped pass, which is always a nice one, and he was also a 4-star, but 36,000, that is where all the left backs go in my eyes.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
Now, I don't know how I did it, but Robertson's in here as well. Honestly, he must have got mixed in with the left backs. Robertson definitely now is in, I'd say he's probably more in the A+. He's due an upgrade at some point. Trailblazers was a long time ago, so I can imagine he will get an upgrade imminently. Now, in terms of right backs, there is a fair few again. It's an easy vote for the top. Frimpong is outstanding. Genuinely, what a card this is. I loved his Thunderstruck. I thought once that got to his final rating was absolutely brilliant. Then he's got Rapid and Whipped Pass. If you've got him as a right wing back, you are laughing. You have got the other vote of obviously Anya. You've got Battle as a 95 right back. So she is one higher. Incisive pass jockey, which most definitely is not terrible whatsoever. But I do think in terms of right back as a number one, it's got to be Frimpong. Then we have quite a lot of at least decent cards. Lahm for me in terms of right back is still very much on top. But I love him as a CDM. So it's always something to consider. But he is definitely up there. When it comes to the lower standards then, I'd be looking somewhere like Baude into the A now. I think Lamperty probably is joining him. Reece James I still really like. I think he again needs an upgrade soon, but unfortunately with all of his injuries, it's not going to be performance based, so it is going to have to be out of performance, and to be honest, that could be a while. With the card itself though, I'm a big fan still. Zambrotta needs an upgrade, but that card is going to be absolutely crazy once he gets there. Carfu is obviously one of the number ones. Trent, see, I like Trent more of a centre mid nowadays. He kind of works really well there. He's obviously got the 88 honourable, whipped pass, which is perfect as we know. So he has got the ability down that kind of wing, right wing back sort of style. But I must admit the centre mid really works. The passing being the level that it is kind of a bit of a waste as a right back. So I'm going to go... As a right back, I'm going A+. I feel like as a centre mid, he could be pushing. He will be against some pretty top end cards, so he would be pushing that A+ and just above, but he can't go more than that, I don't think. Would go Alex Scott there. Upamecano is going to be in a B for this one, purely because I do prefer him as a centre back, which is going to be his ice version. Cancelo can definitely get up there. Probably more an upgrade as well again. Jesus Navas, I'd say more... Ooh, would I go... you know what? I'd probably go Cancelo one dropping down now. Looking at that, in terms of Navas, I feel like he needs an upgrade to really step himself up there. We have got Lucy Bronze. I'd probably go A+ as well, to be honest. She's brand new yesterday. 324,083. Bruiser as a playstyle. Yeah, we'll go A+. If she gets an upgrade, then brilliant. But if not, it's not going anywhere. We'll probably go A there. A+ for Bronze. Laudrup. Now, he's one of the cards that I must admit, when I played with, I thought he might not be great going from what the Cam, his left wing was his other position. Cam into a right back might not be the greatest move. He can play right back, right wing back, right mid and right wing. But actually, he didn't do terrible. He's got the whipped pass. I wouldn't say he's top quality, but he definitely isn't the worst you could get. I'd say Trippier is going into the A. Mukiele, you're going to go A as well. Ooh, Klaus is in definite of an upgrade soon. Dodo, I'd go A+. Oh, no. We'll go A. But we don't go too ahead of ourselves. And Zanetti, not a big fan of his right back positioning. We'll go in the factor of a CDM, much better for him. And then we have the centre backs. Now, in terms of centre backs, the three I'd choose, I think an easy first one, everybody loves him, it's Team of the Year Virgil. He is, I believe, extinct again. Team of the Years are expensive as well this year. He's 15 mil extinct at the moment. Nuts. Absolutely nuts. And another one that I think everybody will forget about, Renard. She is an outstanding centre back. She's got the Anticipate and Aerial Plus, 87 pace, which is a massive 17 boost from the inform she got at an 89. You've got a 12 boost and a 13 compared to a Fire and Ice. Plus the Anticipate and also Aerial together is a cracking combination. But not only that, I just think it is better than Ruben Diaz. And then there is a couple of names. You're looking at Maldini, you're looking at Alberto, Company, Ramos, Yashin, but the third, in my eyes, more than likely going to be more second in terms of choosing, Renard was just there, is got to be Rio Ferdinand. Anticipate, Slide Tackle Plus, 5.1 million coins. That is going to be my back line that is of dreams. It's incredible. It's expensive. It's like 20 mil for two of the centre backs, 23 mil for Renard. You've got, 28 mil for Theo, and then going up to like 31, 32 mil for them 5 players. That is a nuts amount of money that I don't think I've ever seen a coin value like. It just is what it is. Then we look at the rest. So Ruben Diaz is obviously going into the S in general, if I can find him. A cracking card. Bright, on the other hand, a little bit let down. I felt like someone needed to let the team down. Bruiser and Ariel, 900,000 coins. She's obviously in an S category, but she is definitely I wouldn't even say the worst of the team of the years, because most definitely she's not awful, but she definitely isn't in comparison to the top of the top. Maldini's obviously going into the S. We're going to throw Company up there. We'll throw Varane, Ramos, Yashin. And then we also have, where has he gone? Saliba, very, very good card. One card that I must admit I dismissed very quickly and thought the pricing was way off. Actually not terrible value, to be fair to him. And then I believe we've got Carl Walker. He's an easy shout. I do like him as a right back now at the minute, especially with the amount of centre backs we've got. But in terms of a centre back or right back, he's obviously in the top category anyway. Carlos Alberto's there. I would say Lucio is hanging on by a thread. I want an upgrade for him because he is absolutely monstrous as well. And then if we look down the list, we've got Cordoba. A good card, definitely up there in terms of centre back still, but most definitely in due of an upgrade. I'd say Lucas Hernandez is down there. Kimpembe losing the flair, I must admit. Marquinhos still incredible with his defending tactics. Same with Thiago Silva. I do think he's very close to going down into the A now. Hopefully we do get another big upgrade for him. We have Timber. We have Arejo, who's probably, I would say he's still clutching at that S. He is phenomenal, because I think Militao's definitely up there as well. I believe both of them that are due a big upgrade that will secure them way back into that S category, but they are slowly losing relevancy with how many centre-backs we've got. It's one of the first years where we've seen such a variety as well. Like last year, obviously, we've had a lot of cards, but just thinking that there's been, how many promos? We've probably had about 7 proper promos. If you go Trailblazer, then we go Road to the Knockout, you've got Centurions, you've got Thunderstruck, you've got Winter Wildcard, Dynasties, Radioactive. I suppose if you count Team of the Group Stage, but really it's only a one team anyway. Then you've got obviously Team of the Year, and then Fire versus Ice, and then now Road to the Final. 10 promos. The amount of difference that we've got in some cards is crazy, let alone none of this is including evolutions as well. That's going to be the big factor with any of these, is you could evolution some of these cards. Walker, you've got an 87 evolution. I'm assuming Militao. Saliba's definitely got one. You've got Cancelo with one. There's a lot of choice that's not even here, purely because it'd be so difficult to land them all. But if we carry on, we've got Kim Min Jae. Kim Min Jae, he's a relatively new one from the Team of the Year Honourable. He is currently an 89 rated, coming in at 260. 2-star, 3-star, which is fine. Aerial plus 90 on that defending physical. That's not bad at all. Whether we see a big upgrade for him, most definitely coming at some point. Dante, I'd probably go in the last category. Upamecano, I think in a centre-back goes up into an A. Jimenez, I'm going to take the value of these Road to the Finals as well right now, rather than what they could be, because Man City could win it, he could get a 91, but also it's March, so that would still mean Team of the Season's going to be out. Well, it's going to be July more than anything, so Team of the Season would be out. Would be in the mix of footage potentially, or even the Euros promo, so it would be very interesting to see where they do end up. I would say, though, I'd go Jimenez 1 under, and I'd go Gravadal and Sule as the A+. If then we're looking, Bobby Moore would go in the bottom for me. I think Blanc does miss out on the S at the moment, just purely on a factor that I want to see an upgrade for him. I think he is slowly losing that relevancy. He's come out of a lot of people's teams with a factor of Maldini there, all of the Team of the Years. You've then got Saliba as an SBC. There's a lot of cards that are coming in just over. Tomori, I'm going to go 1 up. We're going to go B. We're going to go... Ooh, where do I go with King? King's a decent card, but I do think he's not quite at that level anymore. Same with Cannavaro. And then finally, Sol Campbell. I would probably go there as well. And that is going to be the list of all the defenders. Looks a little bit neater. Let me know down below what your opinions are, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.